Well, I've finally managed to clear a bit of bench space that's going to allow me to start putting this motor I modified back together. So the last thing I'd done on it was to reconfigure the field coils in parallel rather than series, and I've now rebound the coils to keep the tails under control a bit, and hopefully even the shortest ones are going to be just about long enough to get up into the terminal box. So I'm now going to give this some heatsink compound to help compensate for the fact that the motor casing is now split and will be held together with some lengths of all thread in the slots I've cut. I'm pretty sure it's going to be absolutely fine, but I'm going to give it a little extra help with the heatsink compound. So we'll come back when that's been put in place. Okay, now that I've got the smear of heatsink compound in place, I can slide the motor casing on. That's pretty easy because I can leave it split open a bit. There's a dowel locating hole here which I've got to line up with its boss here, and the wiring's coming through this slot, so this should be pretty easy, I hope. Excuse my head in the way, I'm looking for the hole, which I have. Oh, there we go, it's a little bit further out. Just there. I need to go and find myself a hammer and tap that in. Heatsink compound is probably a good idea, but not from a point of view of stopping the motor casing sliding all over the place. Take that screw out the way. Might have a bit more luck. Okay, that feels as if we're... no, not yet. Let's try this slightly differently. That's now protruding in slightly. think we've got it. Yep. Let's feed the wiring through. Hopefully even the shortest wires will just about reach their needed place on the terminal block. Put the links of all thread through. And I'll tighten them up, and I'll see if the little crack in the motor casing where it's, see if I can get a little bit of a better shot. See if I can get the sides of that crack to meet. Well, with a whisker of them touching, put the motor down on its feet, knock the bit of plastic I had in the end out. See if we can put a little bit more torque on them on the bench. Okay, that felt as if it actually tightened down hard, as did that one. So I reckon we've got the motor casing pretty much touching, so I should have a good thermal contact. Yeah, that feels good. So that's that part of the job done. I've got the end casings blasted. I'll just give them a quick blow over with some paint, Got to put the terminal block back in, and the rotor has had new bearings. Will all drop back together, and then we can see if we can install it back in the compressor.